As someone around for 9/11 and the never forget #1 greatest tragedy ever in history response to it, I am enthralled and invigorated by the fact that younger people just make Among Us memes and TikTok nonsense about it. A huge chunk of America cared more about it than any entire genocide and thought you would cry learning about it. They hoped it'd make every generation patriotically angry forever and ever and want to join the military. Instead, you Photoshop the towers into Squidward's house and shit. Never stop, lol. I'm physically unable to take 9/11 seriously, entirely because my grade 9 English teacher was bizarrely obsessed with it. We basically had an entire unit on 9/11. We watched that documentary from the students that were doing a documentary of firefighters and wound up getting the only footage of the first plane hitting. We did a novel study of a book about some kid being in one of the towers for Take Your Kid to Work Day, and him and his dad squeezing past the wreckage of the plane to escape just in time. We watched that Nick Cage movie of him being a firefighter during 9/11 that gets stuck in an elevator shaft when the place collapses. I am dead fucking serious. We had to make up fictional people that died in the attack, write an obituary for our 9/11 sonas, and then write and deliver a eulogy as their grief-stricken parent. At one point in the unit, the teacher clarified that she hadn't personally lost anyone to the attack, nor was she anywhere near New York when it happened. She never bothered to ask if any of us had actually lost someone in the attack, which kind of seems like a thing you should do before making us invent fictional victims to give eulogies for. The unit began with her demanding to know where we all were on the day of the attack and what we remembered, and she started crying when we told her that, 1, we were 2 years old at the time and couldn't remember shit fuck. The closest thing was one of the older kids kinda thought they remembered being very confused at adults freaking out over the TV, but that could have been literally anything. And so this meant that 2, we were the last class she would ever teach that could possibly remember 9/11. Probably didn't help that someone pointed out that we were the class born in 1999, so in 2 years she'd have students that hadn't even been born during 9/11. That may have contributed to the whole teacher crying over the whole thing. We're Canadian.